everybody. Welcome to the final video of our egg project. I remembered that I told you I would let you know what kind of watercolors I was using. This is Prang watercolors. I like them because the colors are really bright and rich. But if you just remember, don't add too much water to your watercolors and just use them with a little bit of water. Then your colors will be nice and bright, and any old brand of watercolor will do. I realized when I came upstairs to look at my egg that it was wrinkling up because the paper had gotten wet. So I put this board and a heavy box on top of it, box of magnet letters, and I left it overnight so that when I come back today, there we go. We have our egg. It's all decorated. I made a lot of lines on mine, and you remember the video where we did the line drawing. You don't really have to make this many. If you were just going to use the watercolor paint, you might even want your sections to be a little bit bigger. I was using a lot of different materials, and so I did want to make smaller sections. You can really do this any way you want to. And you could also trace another one on another piece of paper and do something different. You could just keep doing this project. Maybe you want to decorate your walls for a special meal. If you are celebrating Easter, you could put these all over. You can make big ones, small ones, and really make a nice setting for your table. You could also use them as table decorations. Just lay them on the table and make your table look really festive. So I'm going to show you the very last step. The last step for this egg is to make these lines appear darker. Now it looks great just as it is, but I am going to be using a Sharpie marker. Any permanent marker will do. This is a marker that is really only for grown-ups, so you will need to get permission from your parents to do this step, or maybe you can talk them into doing it for you. Or maybe they could help you a little bit. You want to make really careful lines with it, and usually Miss Lisa and Mrs. Rubel do this part for you. So if you're going to do it yourself, be very careful and watch how Mrs. Rubel is going to do it. I'm going to tape down my paper so that just on this one corner because it's sticking up. Now each section has a border line, and you can still see them because I stopped my decorating. And I'm going to darken each of these lines with my marker. I'm going to follow that border. I'm not pressing very hard because I have a brand new marker and a lot of ink is coming out. So I'm going to outline this section. One of the things that makes it look really good is if you can make one line go all the way on the outside. And you'll notice that I'm stopping, but I'm not picking up my pen. It makes a little dot there, but if you can go evenly and slowly, it's hard for me to talk while I'm doing this. When I get around the corner, it's a lot harder, so I'm going to stop. And I'm going to turn my paper around the other way, because for me, because I'm left-handed, it's a lot easier for me to come down this side of the egg. For you, if you're right-handed, it might be easier to come down this side. So whatever is comfortable for you and helps you to make the best line, that's what you want to do. I'm going to continue then, since I've started going all the way around the egg. If you can make one continuous looking line all the way, great. If not, just do each section like I showed you and the lines will connect. So when I get here, I'm leaving my arm touching the table, and it's helping me to control my pen. So there I am back at the beginning. And I've done the entire outline of the egg, and you can already see how cool this is going to look. I'm going to flip it back around because I want to continue to do my sections. Now I don't need to do this outside one, but I do need to do the ones that go to the edge of the paper. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to do this curved line very carefully. I'm pulling the pen towards me. You'll notice that it's a lot easier to control a pen coming back towards you than to push it away. That's something that I think when you practice a lot, you figure that out. So I am going to continue to draw around each of these sections, just following the lines that I made before. And I am going to go ahead and finish this. And then I will come back and show you the finished product. And we'll give you some final tips. So here is my finished egg. I've drawn all the lines with a dark marker, and you can see that each section by itself now shines out, but also you can see the entire egg and how beautifully decorated it is. It's a little bit abstract art, which means that it's not something that you would see in real life. It's a little bit different than the way that you would normally see something, and it's broken into pieces, which you would never see an egg look like that. But you could use your imagination. You can color this any way you want. This is your project, your egg. One thing I would say is to try to make it as bright and colorful as you can. So no matter how many sections you use, just make it colorful and happy. And I will have more projects. Maybe they won't be quite as complicated as this one. And I love bringing art projects to you. And so I hope you enjoyed doing this egg. Do another one if you like. And I will see you next time.